I remember thinking back to when I was in college and I was writing in a journal that I had about how I felt like I didn't have a soul. I literally felt empty inside. When I was 13, I started drinking, experimenting with drugs, and then when I was 15, I developed an eating disorder. And that was the first time that my behavior towards myself felt like something was off. What started out as just something fun to do, or with the eating disorder, something to keep me thin, turned into more of a coping mechanism for life. I knew that I didn't have the ability to fight it, that it would win. I remember feeling like I was such a weak person. Why can't I just do what I say that I'm gonna do? I started going out and partying, putting myself in really dangerous situations. I didn't love myself and I didn't respect myself. But I didn't know how to change. Luckily, I got into enough pain and I agreed to go to an eating disorder treatment center. As soon as I walked in there, something happened. I remember thinking, maybe someone else knows something about life that I don't. For the first time, I realized that the voice in my head was so unkind to me. No wonder why I was having a hard time at life. I had to walk around all day, every day, feeling like I was not enough, feeling like I was a bad person, I was stupid, I was weak. And when I went to treatment, I learned about what it means to have an addiction. And I started to be able to have compassion for myself. And I also became completely fascinated with the idea of making my inner world more enjoyable to live in. For the first time, I started to look around at the world and realize how crazy it is to be alive. To look up at the sky, I realized I hadn't really been living. For the past 9 years of my life, I have been gathering so much information, working so hard to create the type of experience that I want to be in. And I'm so grateful that all the pain that I experienced in my life actually is my greatest gift. It's allowed me to show up for other people in a non-judgmental way and be able to look at someone and say, I also have been in a place where it was really hard for me to take care of myself, to love myself, to be kind to myself. And the way that my life looks today is so beyond the scope of my imagination. Not only was I able to let go of the things that were hurting me, I was also able to find a completely new experience of life where I really do love and respect myself. I get to walk around all day feeling like I am enough. And that's all I really want for anybody, is to be able to walk around feeling like I am enough and I belong. And it's okay for me to be who I am. It's okay for me to be imperfect. If my story resonates with you, or if you know anybody who might benefit from hearing, please pass this along. My greatest goal is to connect with people on that deep level, that below the surface, we all just want to be loved. We all want to feel like we belong. So please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for listening.